Today, I really want to dive deep on how to pray so that you can receive miracles. Good morning, it's Lisa with Lisa Heal Yourself. This channel is dedicated to helping people heal from chronic illness, and I did a video about a month ago on how to pray correctly for miracles. It has gotten so many comments, and many of the comments say, I was really inspired by your story, but please go into it further. Please tell me how to pray. Please tell me what words to say. Please tell me exactly how to do this so I can receive my miracle. And so if you've not yet seen that video, I'm going to link it at the end of this video. This video is going to build on that video. And I'm going to attempt to tell you exactly how this works from my perspective. First, I want to be very clear and start out by saying this isn't about religion. This is not about what religion you are. This is about praying and your direct connection with God, with the Creator, and how to receive or manifest, or whatever you want to call it, miracles. Because I know we all cry out for help in our darkest hour, at our most broken points. I most certainly did. When I was at my worst, I prayed in so many different ways. I prayed in bed at night. I prayed kneeling down by the side of my bed. I said formal prayers. I spoke to God through my heart. I went through Jesus Christ. I did all of these things that we're taught we're supposed to do when we pray, and God wasn't answering me. When I was at my most ill, when I was completely shattered, completely broken, I would walk and walk during the day, and I would put a hat on, dark sunglasses, and I would walk outside, tears streaming down my face, talking to God, begging God to save me, to help me, to heal me. I remember several occasions where I fell on the ground, where I kneeled, begging, praying, stripped of everything I had, asking for salvation, asking for help, begging and pleading and bargaining. I used to ask God to do it for my children, my family, not for me. I used to plead and make bargains with God. If you do this for me, I will spend my life making it up to you. I will do good things for the world. I can remember one cold winter day laying in a snowbank for hours and hours at night, the forest surrounding me, praying for God to take me, that if He wouldn't end my suffering, to take me, to let the wolves come, eat me, or take me in the freezing night. I begged to be saved. I begged to go. I begged for my children. I begged for my family. I bargained. I pleaded. I did all of the things for God to hear my cries. And yet, every day, I was suffering. Every day, I was so sick. Every day, I prayed just to get through the next second. And so I really want to explain this today, because God did answer me, and not in the way I thought He would. You see, all of us, especially if you're suffering with chronic illness, are going to be completely broken at one state or another. Being completely broken means we are stripped of everything, or we are stripped of even our ego. We are stripped of everything. It is one of the most powerful places to access miracles that you can ever have as a human being. When you are at your lowest, when you are stripped of your egoic identity, and all that is left is you and God. This is why we all pray at our lowest moments. This is why people who are even non-believers or who are atheists pray at the lowest, most broken moments of their life. The only thing left is your soul, the piece of you that is your soul. There's like this very thin veil. Imagine a very thin veil, okay? Just coming down. On this side of the veil is hell. On this side of the veil is God. This side of the veil is separation, hopelessness, helplessness, rage, anger, grief, shame, guilt, victim consciousness. And at this time of brokenness, where this very thin veil exists, the other side of that veil is God, is love, is hope, is peace, is connection, is oneness. And in this moment of your brokenness, this very thin veil exists where you can go either way. Either of these options is available to you from this point where you're broken and stripped of your ego and you are bearing your soul. And so it's at these lowest moments that we must learn how to pray correctly. We must learn what true prayer really means. And in my experience, it isn't about the words we use. It's not about saying the prayers. It's not about the prayer itself. It's not about the words that we speak. It's about our personal connection with God. Prayer is about who you choose to become through this connection in the moment. So praying for symptoms to go away, praying to have it taken away, to have it to stop, is never the prayer where the miracles can come through. Trust me, I know. We want it to be the prayer. Like, please, God, help me. I will do anything. I will spend the rest of my life making it up to you. Please help me. Please hear me. Please come to me. Please take this away. Please make this stop. Please heal me now. This is the prayer, right, that we want to work. This is the prayer that we want to be able to speak at this moment of brokenness, where it's just us and our soul connected straight to God. And yet we feel completely abandoned when what we've asked for doesn't magically happen. So then I used to just pray for signs. Show me a sign that I'm on the right track. Please, dear God, show me a sign. Give me a sign. Please let me know, please let me know and show me the way, which is actually closer to the prayer that we need to be saying, because we don't want to pray for our symptoms to go away, for everything to stop. What we actually need to be praying for is to grow who we are, to be able to grow our vessel, to become so still, so strong, so faithful, so open, so expansive, in which we can handle whatever we're going through, in which we can handle these symptoms. So rather than pray for them to go away, we pray for the strength and the expansion in our soul to be able to handle them. It's in this moment where this very thin, paper thin veil exists, where we pray and we have this direct connection with God, that we can either choose, decide to either fall into hopelessness, fall into victimhood, fall into helplessness, fall into grief, fall into loneliness, fall into separation, the illusion of separation. Or we can step toward and into the light, into the love, into the peace, into the joy, into connection and oneness with God, with everything, with all that is. So it's at this moment that we can either choose to stay with God, to join with God, or we can stay broken, a victim, under the illusion of separation. So when we pray, we are praying to become more than the symptoms, more than the pain, more than the illness. We are praying to expand, to grow our capacity, to grow our vessel in which to house this spirit, so that the vessel grows so strong that the pain becomes so small in comparison. The symptoms become so weak and small in comparison to this great, big, huge vessel of love, faith, hope, light, connection with Source and the Creator. And the pain and the symptoms become so much smaller than who you truly are. You are praying in this moment to grow for your soul, to evolve and grow and expand, because that is what you came here to do. You are praying to become the new version of yourself who is bigger, more expansive, and you need a more expansive vessel in which to hold this growing soul. So I want to give you an analogy such as childbirth. And any woman who's gone through natural childbirth can really understand this analogy. And if you're a man, you can imagine it. I want you to take away these modern advancements in medicine for a moment in this analogy, where if something goes wrong, they can wheel you away and do a C-section, or they can give you an epidural to take away the pain. Just take those out of the equation for a moment. It's just you and either a doctor or a midwife or a group of people helping you to deliver this child into the world. Now, I want you to imagine that this childbirth is long. The contractions are hard. The contractions seem never ending. The pressure is building. The pain has been building. It has been going on. You're exhausted. You're tired. You're worn out. You honestly don't know how much more you can withstand. You are experiencing what you're experiencing. You're experiencing the fatigue and the contractions and the pain and the fear. And maybe this childbirth is one of the most complicated and difficult. You have no epidural. You have no other way to get this baby out but to go through the process of childbirth. You come to the point where the pressure is too great, where you feel the baby coming, where you know you need to bear down, where you're pushing, where you're exhausted, but the baby isn't coming. You're struggling in this active form of labor to push the baby out. Your strength is weakening. The pain has increased. You feel you cannot go on any longer, but you know you must. You don't pray for the contractions to end. You don't pray for them to stop, for it all to go away. That's not the prayer that any mother in this situation would say. Every mother in this situation prays for the strength to go through it. Every mother prays for the strength to endure, to continue, to safely push a healthy baby out into the world so that the baby is healthy and safe and you come through it so that you are there for the baby. Every mother at this point, when they think they cannot go on, prays to emerge out the other side with a miracle. They don't pray for the contractions to end. They don't pray for the process of childbirth to stop. They pray to be able to withstand it. They pray for strength. They pray for endurance. They pray to become more than they are, to meet this moment in their life with strength, with courage, to become more than they are in order to become the person that they need to be for themselves and for their unborn child. This is what they pray for. And you rise in that moment to the challenge in front of you. You rise to meet the moment. You become more. You become more of who you are. You become bigger and stronger, and you know that the only way out is through. And so you bear down. You push. You pray to become more. You meet the moment and become more of yourself. And ultimately, in doing so, you push the baby out. You push out a miracle. And when they place the baby on your chest, when you are holding your baby for that very first moment, you're connected skin to skin in the moment after giving birth. You may be bleeding. You still have to push out a placenta. There is still so much pain going on down there, but you don't notice the pain. You don't even feel the pain. The only thing you feel is pure love for your child. This is as close to a miracle as you will feel. You don't notice the pain. You don't feel the pain. You are so much more in that moment than anything going on. You are connected to God. You are connected to pure love. This is what miracles feel like. You birthed a miracle in this world, and you are basking in the feeling of being connected to the baby and to God in pure love. The veil has been pierced. In this moment, you know what pure love and miracles feel like. This is who we need to become when we're broken and at our lowest, experiencing chronic illness. We need to be able to pray to meet the moment. We need to be able to pray to expand and become more. And we need to choose God, choose love, choose faith, standing in the light, claiming our miracle, feeling the connection of God and love and the miracle. We create the miracles by what we choose and who we choose to be in the moment, and how our soul grows and expands. So when we pray, we need to pray that God stays with us. Please stay with us, God. Please help us become more. Please help us grow. Please help us learn. Please help our vessel expand so big that all we feel is love, that we have access to you and the miracles that are right here. Because when we choose the light, when we choose the love, when we choose faith, when we choose belief, when we choose courage and strength and optimism, when we move forward and grow and expand even through the pain and suffering, our soul becomes more. And when our soul becomes more, when our soul expands, we access the miracle because we are creating with God. We together are creating with God the miracle of healing. This is how you heal. You take aligned action in faith, in belief. You grow. You choose to grow and expand and meet the moment and become more of who you truly are when you are at your darkest moments. That is how we all grow. And that is how we create our own miracles. That is how ultimately the symptoms go away. The illness dissolves. We're creating a new version of ourselves, a more expansive version who's able to meet the moment and grow in spite of everything we're going through in order to meet God, in order to receive the miracle. I hope this video was helpful. And if you haven't yet seen the original video on how to pray to receive miracles, please go watch that, because it really talks about how you are the creator. But I wanted to do this video because people are still asking me, but what do I say? And it isn't about what you say. It isn't about the words. It's about who you choose to become. It's about your direct connection with God. It's about your faith and your belief and who you choose to be in that moment to allow your soul to expand. When we expand, we can receive everything that is waiting for us. But if we can't expand and we stay on the other side of that very, very thin paper veil that we could easily break through, we stay in lack and separation and limitation and sadness and anger and fear and desperation and victimhood and hopelessness. And God is just waiting for us to choose something different. God is just waiting for us because the miracle is there. The miracle is waiting for you. But you have to choose the miracle. You have to move towards the miracle. You have to choose faith, choose God. And if you don't like the word God, you don't even have to say it. This isn't about religion. You can say source. You can say creator. You can say the universe. You have to move into alignment with God, source, creator, the universe, into the alignment so that you can receive the miracle, so that you can grow and expand. You become the miracle that you are looking for. And it's really hard to express exactly what I'm trying to say in words, so I hope I did a good job of communicating today. If you liked this video or received any value from it, please hit the like button. It helps my channel. Please consider subscribing. If you're interested in actually taking aligned action on how to become your own healer, then you can check those links in the description box below. I want to thank you for spending your valuable time with me. Today, I'm sending you all my love, and I will see you in the next video.